right, like I mentioned, we only have 4 days remaining before Kenya goes to the election. The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission is assuring that it is ready for the poll. The commission carried out a simulation of its results transmission system on Wednesday, the last bit of testing for electronic equipment to be used in the poll. The swearing in of election officials and agents is expected to be completed today, and our senior reporter Patrick Omimo covered the simulation and now tells us more. He's joining me, like I mentioned, from our analysis studio. Let's just first have that report from him.
With just 6 days remaining to the elections, IEBC chairperson Wafula Chebukati led the commission in assuring the country that the commission is ready for the elections.
We, all over the country, are swearing in the presiding officers as well as the clerks will be assisting presiding officers. And this exercise of swearing them in is ongoing across the country. So the agents are being sworn in as well before advocates all over the country. That's agents of the candidates.
The Kenya Integrated Elections Management System, KIEMS, will be used to identify voters, check voter turnout, and transmit election results. However, results from 33 electoral areas will not be transmitted electronically.
The reason being that at the time we closed the CRMS system, we received court orders directing us to include some candidates who were not initially there in our system. But this does not affect presidential candidates. It affects the other 5 elective positions in 33 electoral areas.
I also want to assure Kenyans that as a partner in the transmission of the election results, we are committed to provide good infrastructure that will ensure quality of data transmission as well as security in the course of the transmission of results.
IEBC has contracted Safaricom, Airtel and Telcom to transmit the results of the general election through their networks. IEBC has divided the country into zones with respective mobile network operators tasked to provide connectivity between KIEMS devices at the polling stations and the IEBC data center.
The responsibility of the MNOs and the Communication Authority of Kenya will be to provide a secure conduit to transmit the encrypted results between the polling stations and the IEBC's data center.
I also want to assure you that the normal public communication is not going to be interrupted in the course of the transmission of results.
IEBC conducted a dry run for the transmission of results and the procedure that will be followed by presiding officers and returning officers to key in results before transmission. The results will come from each constituency tallying center and monitored at the National Tallying Center. One screen will display total results from the constituency. Another screen will monitor activities inside the constituency tallying center after being cleared to transmit the results. There will be a third screen that will be making the cumulative tallies for the presidential election as the results trickle in from the counties.
All the tallying centers will be viewing the same results as for us here at the National Tallying Center. There will be no human intervention, which makes it very important for the media to work with us or us working with them. Once we give you the API link, you should be able to get the granular data that will enable you to do analysis and reporting. So I expect that we'll be having the same results across the country. Whoever will be viewing their results in the sitting room, it will be the same results.
The official campaign period ends Saturday, 6 p.m. Patrick Omimo, KTN News.